How y'all doing? This is Mo coming to y'all all the way from Kenya, Gumbo Podcast, episode 2. So we're gonna talk about a lot of great things, hot topics in this world today. But unfortunately I ain't gonna be able to be with y'all. I'm back home living life. As you can hear my aunt through the window, just taking in all the sights and visiting family. But I'm gonna let D-Chin, aka Kingsley, take it away. You could look him up on Instagram and also check me out at Kids God. And we're gonna talk about the hottest topics today, such as the Amazon wildfires. Like, why is it not getting the clout that all these other topics that not that big get? You know what I'm saying? And such as Andrew Luck, he's just abrupt retirement. It's crazy, but all that. And I want to say thank you for all the supporters out there. We appreciate you. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you.
Hello, people. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever it might be. How you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Gumbo Podcast. I'm your host, Kingsley. And today I got a special guest with me, man. I got my boy with me here, man. Hey, man, how long we got? How long history we got? That's 8 years?
8 when I'm 25. Nah, that's like 10. That's like,
damn.
Yeah, that's like 10.
I feel old, man. I don't know. I feel old. That's crazy. Yeah, man, I got my boy here with me, H Money, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself. So yeah, go ahead, my brother. Introduce yourself to the people.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Ibrahim, aka Ace. Got a couple names, but I'm gonna give y'all the real. Ibrahim, I'm here at the Gumbo Podcast, here with my boy Kingsley, checking in, you know what I'm saying, ready to update y'all what we got. So that's what it is.
Okay, appreciate that, my brother. Before we get into anything, I want to make it clear that today our show is especially dedicated to the Amazonian fires, everybody that's affected by it. Everybody that's going through what they're going through there, be it, the farmers, be it just the indigenous people that live in the forest, be it us as human beings, because actually we're the biggest victims just as human beings, because we're losing a lot. So I just want to put that out there that yes, this podcast is dedicated to that. So the hashtag Save the Amazonia, Save the Planet. That's what we rocking with today. Now, you guys just saw the video, man. My guy Mo, he's out there living his best life. I'm hoping you guys saw the background, like the scenery and everything. You saw how beautiful that was, bro?
Nah, definitely. We got some amazing places on this earth that just is like heaven on earth, but
Pretty much,
especially compared to, we got some hills on earth too, and we got more hills brewing with these fires going on. You feel me? Like,
it's crazy. And I just can't imagine, like, for example, the landscape that he showed us. Imagine something like that just being up in flames, just burning up. Like, and from what I'm reading up is, once these patches of rainforest of the Amazon is gone, once it's burned up, it can never be the same again. It can't be replaced because it's something that was put there pretty much by nature. It's been pretty much been built over the hundreds and hundreds of years, millions of years. It's been untouched, but now with the fire, like once it's burned up, it just can't be replaced. You know what I mean? And that's, I don't know how I feel about it. So pretty much something that we're looking at today, our kids might not even have a chance to experience it. let alone our grandkids. Our grandkids, to them, it might just be like a long history, like when we talk about, for example, dinosaurs and things. Like, yeah, at some point it was dinosaurs here. To them, it would be, at some point we had rainforests in the world. And that's crazy, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's definitely a crazy thought to think, because, you know, we know as a fact we have renewable resources and unrenewable resources. So for the fact that we have these fires taking place, and they're not natural fires, they're man-made fires. So we're pretty much literally destroying our planet, which is,
Hold on, bro. Before you go far, something you just said just caught my attention. So you saying some of these fires, or pretty much the fires that's going on now, are man-made?
these are man-made fires. These are not natural fires.
So what's the exact reason for it though? What do you know, like, because I've seen a few things where they're saying that farmers are trying to clear up land for farming, you know, even goes all the way back to the current president that they have now that's been in power. And I've seen those things like, I don't know, what do you see might be the cause for somebody to go ahead and try to destroy something that they know is irreplaceable?
Wow, that makes the people seem very evil, by the way. but pretty much from the research I've done, we know all information is biased. We're in the information age, but unless you was there, you'll never truly know. But pretty much from research I've seen, the fires have accelerated since this new president has been in office.
Okay.
And so, between, I guess, the farmers just trying to create new land to, I guess, harvest new crops, you know what I'm saying, and have a bigger, better harvest. But at the same time, me even researching that doesn't really make too much sense to me, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's only so much accurate information we can get about this situation, being that it's in another country.
Right.
But I feel like the fact that a new president in office and a government that's not really a democracy, you know, it's pretty much a government where they do what they say, no questions asked.
Gotcha.
So with these forests being burned down, I don't feel like we can ever get a real answer of why they're doing it, you know?
I got you.
Because a harvesting crops, that makes somewhat sense, but you see pictures of indigenous people crying and things of that nature, so it's like, who is this really benefiting?
Right. Like, are you trying to help the people? Are you trying to provide more crops for the people, more food for the people? Are you trying to make yourself richer? Are you know, like, what are the real motives here, you know? But what I am seeing though, based on my research, also like you said, it might be biased, you know, we never know. But from my research, what I'm seeing also is that the 3 states where the fires are spiked the most in this current fire that's going on right now, they're saying that they're ran by very close allies of the current president of Brazil. So I guess you could kind of say it's some type of, you know, like collaboration between them. You know, if they're allies, it's like, okay, we're allies in your states, let's make more farms, maybe, you know, create more capital for us or for the people, whatever the case might be. But it seems like they have a direct hand in what's going on. And like you said, it's man-made fires, you know? So, I don't know, it's I guess it kind of comes down to like, who is really benefiting here? Like, are we trying to fill up our pockets for the time being, but our kids, our grandkids might not be able to enjoy something as common as just regular oxygen? Because the Amazonian forest, from what I'm seeing, it controls about, well, it regulates and holds about 20% of oxygen in the world. You know, so would it ever get to a point where we're so short of oxygen that we might actually have to pay for, like, just pay just to breathe? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's like, this is deep on the global level, because you're saying 20% of the oxygen on the earth, and that's 1/5.
Right.
And this is being controlled by, you know, maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3 governments, not, but it's Brazil's land. So with that being said, it's like, this is, things like these are potential, this is big enough to go to war about.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the risk is really greater than the reward, because I can't understand what benefits are that great to go to this extent, because at the end of the day, if this is 1/5 of the world's oxygen, the benefits of removing these forests aren't going to benefit 1/5 of the world's population.
So you saying like it should be something that's handled more so on like a UN type of scale, where it's like a United Nations involvement, where hey, this issue, though it's maybe controlled, like we say, by 2 or 3 governments, it's affecting everybody in the world.
Pretty much, and if it's affecting everybody in the world in a negative way, and it's benefiting few, specifically, of course, the elite, then that's liable to start a world war, you know?
That's definitely true, but also I do understand that at the end of the day, we live pretty much at this point. The whole world is under a capitalist type of government, where it's almost everyone for themselves. Almost like, you know, if you're able to generate income as far as it's legal and within the, you know, laws of the land. Hey, make as much as you can. Nobody's there to regulate it. You know, nobody's going to tell you, hey, you can only make this much or that much. So as long as you're operating within the confines of the law, then hey, it's just a free for all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but within that free for all, the biggest thing to keep in mind is alliances. Because at the end of the day, although everyone's for self, there are alliances within alliances who have similar agendas, because me and you can only collaborate so far to where our agendas split. And there are actual, you know, governments in the world that are kind of more fair, you know what I'm saying, to the citizens of their country. Like their actions could actually, if you compare two different governments, you could say like, this government actually cares about these people because they give them paternal leave, they give them maternal leave, versus other places where it's like, you got to figure that out. That's your problem. So like that, the differences in government are the most determining factor between what, you know, the alliances that are established. Because when it comes to a world war, it's a world war. So it's like, it's not everybody versus everybody. You know, it's alliances. So like I said, when we're getting to a point where I guess cruel governments versus more so fair governments are going to move forward based on, you know, necessity. Yeah, and necessities becoming luxuries that's a big problem. That's the ultimate deciding factor on which direction we're going in.
So when you say necessities becoming luxuries, you mean the necessity like, okay, I'm a human being, I need to breathe oxygen, but if I can't afford this oxygen, then no, I can't breathe, I can't even exist as a human being.
Pretty much, like a perfect example would be in 2015 in Beijing, China, which is pretty much like an industrial city, similar to like New York. So the air quality was the worst that it ever was at a certain point. So there was a company called Vitality, which is pretty much marketing and selling the freshest quality air. You know, everybody doesn't sell air. Yeah, they're selling air.
So they're selling air?
They're selling
so the air that pretty much God gave us for free, they're not here selling it.
Yeah, because you know how commodities work. They get in front of mountaintop. You know, they get in front of places you can't even just get there. You know what I'm talking about? They getting it, they shipping it, and they flipping it. You feel me?
So they are pretty much trapping air. That's what they do.
They are trapping air. So like when we get to the point of things like that, like I said, air is a natural resource, of course, but like
a free resource,
pretty much. But like you're in an environment where the air quality is, you know, bad. So it gets to the point where to get some fresh air, you either have to leave your environment where your family may have been for 10, 20, 30 years. You're either going to have to leave that environment or get some fresh air. And it's like, you get a can of fresh air, that's like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? You might breathe good for like a second or two.
That's crazy. But you know, like, speaking of capitalism, you know, like the economy and everything, something that's going crazy right now
Oh man,
crazy.
It's
Like,
going crazy.
viral. It's this whole thing about Popeye's fried chicken. Well, the sandwich, the chicken sandwich at least.
the fried chicken sandwich, man.
Like, hold on. You know what? We're gonna take a quick break and send it out to my guy out there in the field. So let's hear from him, cause I think he had a chance to purchase one of them. Let's talk to him real quick. Look, baby, look on everything, Mo. On everything, I'm telling you. Look, you just like the yeah to my yeah. I'm telling you, like you just like the yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So on everything I love, I'm telling you, Mo. Amani hineku. Chukwu makalanya, lanya. Nwere kọntena ahụ na-abata nwanne echi. So ọ bata ha ala ihe ị ga-emere nwe ị ga-echek ya, make ya sure na everything nọ there. Look. So this is how it's gonna happen. So I just talked to Charlie yesterday. So you need to make sure. Oh, we live? We live? Oh, my bad. Hey, Charlie, I'll call you back. All right. Hey. We're here with the Popeyes Challenge today. It's been a whole lot of hype about it. We finally get a chance to see what it tastes like. I just had my good man over there at Popeyes hook this up for us, you know what I'm saying? I had to wait in line on nothing, you know what I'm saying? Straight express service, you did. If you need that plug, let me know. I'm selling the plug for $29.99. Just let me know. But it's pretty much how the sandwich come. They should have put it in the paper bag, but I got it in this, so don't even trip. But yeah, let's see. I mean, the chicken jaw, like, it's real, like, it's bigger than most chicken sandwiches, like the chicken piece. It don't even look like a chicken piece. It's like a big chicken tender or something, but let's see what it tastes like. There's some kind of sauce on it, and there's some pickle on it, so let's check it out. So overall, it has good texture. Like the chicken is pretty. I think this is a spicy one actually, so it's a bit spicy. It's like a big chicken tender in the sandwich, like So imagine like a big old chicken tender piece in a sandwich. The pickle and the sauce definitely, add some flavor to it. But to me, I probably would stick to the Chick-fil-A one. This is good though, definitely, but something about it just says heart attack, high cholesterol, like, So, and I'm on this whole I'm trying to be healthy thing. So it's good, once in a while type thing, but I don't know. I wouldn't pick it over Chick-fil-A though. No, it's cool though. It's definitely alright. So yeah, there you have it. And so yeah, actually the rest of the sandwich, I'm selling it for $39.99. You know what I'm saying? Hit my DM for the Cash App. I got you. You dig what I'm saying? Alright. So yeah, the rest of the sandwich is about a quarter of it left. So yeah, $39.99. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna autograph it for you if you need me to. So yeah, just let me know. Alright? Bet. Alright, welcome back, guys. Man, did you get a chance to try that sandwich yet, bro?
I got to try it once, and
Hold on. Which one did you get? Did you get the spicy one or the regular one?
Spicy, man.
Okay.
Like,
I just had to make sure.
yeah, man. We do no regular chicken sandwich. Too.
I had to make sure, bro.
Yeah, man, what you honestly think, man? Because we've been locked in with Chick-fil-A for a while now as the #1 chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know, like, don't play. So what you think, man?
So I finally got a chance to try it. And now mind you, first of all, now I've tried like 2 times to actually get a hold of the sandwich. Each time I went, it was definitely at least, if I'm not capping, if I'm not welling, at least 30 people in the restaurant. And at least another 15 cars in the drive-thru. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, is it really worth it at this point? So I finally got there. The day I got there, I just happened to know someone that was almost in front of the line. So I was able to get it. But to answer your question though, with the sandwich just says, like when I eat it, it has obesity just written all over it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do the healthy thing, I'm trying to do the right thing, and just, I don't know, I just couldn't do it, man. It was like, I don't know, like just, it's not Chick-fil-A. Somebody just says, I shouldn't be eating this.
Oh, yeah. There's somebody say diabetes, pretty much.
Exactly. So, like, I don't know, what do you think?
I think overall, the sandwich was good. I ain't gonna wear y'all at all. The sandwich good. I tried to get another one the other day.
Really?
But I was unsuccessful, you know. So, because they just, I don't know what's going on with the re-up of the sandwiches, but like, you know what I'm saying? They need to get a new plug because the streets are starving for the sandwich. You know, if you ain't had the sandwich yet, you still wondering. You feel me?
Exactly, because like the hype is, even as we're doing this right now, the hype is still there. Like, I need the sandwich in my life. Pretty much that's what everybody is.
Pretty much all ages. Like, I never seen a phenomenon like this. Like, them 2011 Concords ain't got nothing on this.
Oh no, nothing at all.
Motherfuckers is jumping through the drive-through window.
Fighting and all that. They fighting inside the restaurant behind some sandwiches, bro.
You hear me? And it's like, the Popeyes workers is stressed. I ain't trying to go into detail.
They stressed, bro. They definitely stressed. They stressed.
They stressed. You step up in there, they looking at you like you the whole ops. You just came for some food though. Like, you feel me?
You seen that lady they had in the meme?
Oh yeah.
They trying to compare her to
Jordan.
I'm like, sheesh.
The flu guy.
Man, but I seen the pain in her eyes, bro. I could just see it on her, bro. Like, she been through it.
It's deep, bro, because it's like, the sandwiches probably be gone probably by 2 p.m. People coming for the rest of the day for the sandwiches. Motherfuckers is flipping the sandwiches. Oh, I got 25 on the Insta story.
I try to sell mine for like $50.
Nah, that's what a house is supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. You feel me? Like that.
But you know, another thing is like with that, it's also this wave of people just coming out. Like the way the sandwich was marketed, like the way they went about it, they're not even doing anything at all. We're the ones doing all the heavy lifting. Like, we're the people doing all the promotion pretty much for the company. To the point where, how much do they say? Like,
they say basically at this point, the exposure the sandwich has had is worth $23 million of advertising.
$23 million.
And you know, advertising is expensive. You know, like it's a real role in, you know, any product or service. So $23 million, could you imagine the profit margin saved just because we talking about the sandwich right now?
Wow. Exactly.
You know,
just probably just made them another 100,000.
We need to cut the check.
Cut that check, man. I need my check. But you know, so with that wave, it's people coming out like, all right. You know, we're able to support Popeyes. We're able to make them all this money in 11 days just off of word of mouth and social media. But like, why are you not supporting your man that you know for 20, 30 years? Why are you not supporting their business? Why you not supporting what they got going on?
And we not supporting you because you need to step your game up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
What do you mean by that though? Like, give me break it down for them, because some people gonna be hurt by that. They look like,
I'm telling you,
mean by that.
I'm telling you this out of pure love for wanting to see you make it. So let's get into it. Hip hop, the culture, what we do, what are like pretty much the things you expect somebody from the culture to do. We expect you to have a clothing line. We expect you to make music. We expect you to be a comedian, be an actor, etc. These are some of the toughest fields because they're the most saturated fields.
Right.
So when you're in this field, right, and you do your thing, some of y'all actually have fans, clientele, etc. Like people have people that's rocking with them, but they choose to focus on the people that's not rocking with them instead of increasing the quality of their product or service.
So you're saying that it's something that's coming based on, is it the product that maybe might need some improvement, or it's something that has to do with just the way you're marketing and like who's marketing with you? What do you think?
It's pretty much a package of both, because like I said, well, I didn't get to say it yet, but a good product is going to promote itself. We're talking about the sandwich because the sandwich is good. Popeye's not paying us to talk about the sandwich. We don't personally know Popeye's. So like when you say someone's not supporting you that you know, all right, they might not be, basically, it's not good to them. Because if it was good to them, they would be promoting it. Pretty much. Like people would naturally gravitate towards it and be, want to show you love. Because you might have a man, it's been situations, I might post my man music and I don't even like it.
Just on the strength of love, like.
And that's what a lot of people doing. Y'all sitting around wondering why other people ain't posting it, because they don't know you, so they not even doing it off the strength. So to elevate to the next level, people have got to do it because they want to. They naturally want to. So stop all that crying. Nobody's supporting me. Y'all supporting Popeyes, but y'all not supporting me. Work on the product or service
that you do have at hand.
And and the people that's actually rocking with you, you get some feedback from them, and you improve the quality.
Exactly.
And then you can get a bigger network, and the product, and you can gain some momentum rather than really sitting around like, if I suck, would you support me?
Like whatever you have going on. So like for example, right? I think it's also like something that Popeyes, of course, has is a name, name of the brand.
Pretty much.
Even before the chicken, the sandwich that we have now, people was eating Popeyes on the regular. Popeyes was packed on the regular. It was days that you were going to Popeyes and they'd say, hey, you know what? We don't have any more chicken today. We don't have any more, wings today. We don't have any more drumsticks today. Something like that, But I'm saying like they're pretty much established as far as their name. And I feel like a lot of times people are kind of skipping that step where you have to build that name, you have to build that brand for yourself, like where your name has to be sort of some type of household name before you're able to say, okay, why I'm not being supported. You have to work on it, and that takes time. It takes a long time. And I think that's another issue that's another thing that's part of the issue. We are kind of raised, we're in the current microwave generation. You want everything to happen really, really, really quickly. But in reality, that's not gonna happen. Or if it does happen, that's a very, very small percentage of people that's gonna happen with. You have to be very, very consistent for a long time, probably with not that much support or not that much, not that much support pretty much before you're actually able to gain something and get people to support you. Because, they say that the first 2 years of a business is usually the hardest, because that's when you're trying to build your name. That's when you're trying to build rapport with people. Like, all right, this is my business. This is what I have to offer. This is my product. This is what it does. This is how it will benefit you. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely. It's about, and if you want to get into the detailed specifics, we already know Popeyes. There's places with a better chicken sandwich right now, but they haven't perfected the craft of whatever is their bread and butter. So Popeyes, how long Popeyes been out versus how long they selling the sandwich?
Exactly.
That's what you gotta ask yourself, because they mastered what they do. So for them to step into this sandwich, you want to try the sandwich because it's Popeyes. You know everything else is good at Popeyes. So as far as the process, it definitely can't be skipped. You got to build it brick by brick. Like I remember hearing about Kitchen Craig, and I think he said he didn't make any money for maybe 2-3 years. You look at the business, you know.
And look at it now.
You look up now, you see Lizzie, you see Wale, people coming to PG, and they stopping in Kitchen Craig because they got this with a torch. He said
It's almost like every Sunday.
you gotta incorporate yourself into the culture, and with this overnight success that we sometimes see, you'll be here today and gone tomorrow.
Exactly.
But like, when you build that sturdy foundation and you make it to the top, you can't get knocked off. Like you'll have to really destroy your brand.
Things like, and I feel like things would even happen in a way where it's your products would sell itself versus, okay, like you know, you'll still market your things, but just once you build that name, people are able to say, okay, this is coming from this person, this is their brand, and I've had this long history with them, and they always, you know, they always had good products that I prefer, things that I love, and so this new one that they're putting out is, I'm sure it's not going to be any different. Let me try it. I know we're talking about Popeyes, but I want to bring it down a bit. Let's scale it down a bit to a bit more local things, people that we kind of seen build from the ground up. Like somebody like the Eat clothing, on homage, you know, Eat, shouts out to Eat. I saw how he was able to, you know, start from the ground up. It was a time where he just started with just regular t-shirts, you know what I mean? Just regular t-shirts with the name on it. Then he was able to build it to the point where he got the New Balances. Remember that? The Eat New Balances.
And then he got to the point where he even got the $1,000 jacket.
Exactly.
So boom, we can talk about that. As far as that being the highlight, he didn't just come out of nowhere with $1,000 jackets.
Yeah.
And even if he would have, people would have. He probably could have still did numbers, etc. But just for the fact when you add momentum, and you know you add momentum and just pretty much the brand has already been well established, you know.
Yeah.
So once he did that, that was a big thing for him, you know. And so just piggybacking off of that, like you gotta start somewhere. So like when you got the people who support you, your brand, that's who you cater to. You don't like you can't please everybody. So when you're seeking support, etc., you gotta cater to those that are already gravitating towards you. And then you'll have that crowd rather than trying to please everybody and pleasing nobody.
Exactly. And you know, speaking of products that sell itself, Power's coming up tonight. The new season.
Shout out to 50, man.
See, something like that. As soon as people hear Power is coming, you don't have. Of course, he's gonna market it, he's gonna promote it, but the name just itself, Power, that franchise, oh, it's selling itself. You don't have to necessarily market it like that. Like me, I didn't really see much marketing, but am I gonna watch it tonight? Hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
And see, it comes from the quality of the work.
Exactly.
Like you have to just make your product, service, feature, etc. You just have to make it undeniably great. You know, dominate your lane, and at the end of the day, how can you lose?
So what do you got? What do you see happening in this season, man? What do you see?
I honestly, it's
Drake
getting.
has to go. I don't care.
Oh no, Drake.
I could dig.
It's old murder. We ain't rocking with Drake.
He out of there.
As far as Ghost though, I ain't gonna be the black man to turn my back on the black man. He ain't have a baby on his family yet, so there might be some hope.
Black men don't cheat, man. Black men don't cheat.
Ghost mixed, you hear me? Ghost is mixed, you hear me?
Black men don't cheat, man.
Yeah. I think worst case scenario, Ghost is going to be dead or in jail, point blank period. And
I feel like Tommy's definitely gonna die. Now, where Ghost is gonna be after Tommy dies, I don't know. It could possibly be a situation where Ghost kills Tommy, and then he goes to jail for it, and it's just like everybody's just sad, you know, shit like that. Or he kills him and then just finally gets to live the life that he always wanted to live, like a legit life where he's not connected to the game in no way, shape, or form. But you know, we'll see tonight.
Side note too, I gotta let this be known. Tommy is the realest, point blank period. He crazy, but like he more in line with his principles than Ghost.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
So like
finesse.
pretty much because when you say basically Tommy gonna die real. So Ghost could be alive, but for everything that he's losing, his life ain't gonna mean nothing. You know?
Like he kind of went against a lot of principles that you're just not supposed to go against. So like, you might be alive, like you said, but what's the meaning to your life? Like, what do you? There's certain things that you just can't buy with money. You know what I mean?
Right, family, yeah,
Exactly.
those relationships.
Exactly.
So it's about to get spicy because we about to see this is it. This is the end.
We're gonna see, man. You know, we'll definitely check that out. I'm definitely gonna watch that. But I appreciate you, my brother, coming out, man. You know,
You already know.
you already know.
Yeah, man. I'm very excited. I'm very appreciated. You know, I'm very happy that I'm here. Gumbo episode 2 with my boy Kingsley. You know.
Okay, man. Appreciate that, dog. I'm definitely gonna try to have you back here soon, man, because we got a lot to talk about, dog. And yeah, we definitely just got a lot to talk about. So that's it for us today, folks. That's a close for episode 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, see you same time next week here on Gumbo.
Gumbo.